The Federal Reserve gives more clarity to banks to participate in crypto, and a major wealth advisory firm is launching XRP trading. And Coinbase launches a bunch of products today with a tokenized platform, stock trading, and prediction markets. I'll give you the details. Let's get into it. Hey folks, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, there's lots of big news that I'm going to cover here, so please watch and listen to the end. Let's start with the first item. So the Federal Reserve has just rolled back its 2023 policy, opening the door for uninsured and insured banks under its supervision to participate in crypto activities. So we continue to see clarities coming out from different government agencies. We had recently the OCC give banks the ability to participate in crypto and much more. The SEC, the CFTC have been doing a lot, and the Fed here. And just yesterday, we reported about the FDIC looking to allow or opening up a policy comment period for banks to launch their own stablecoins. So it feels like all the doors are being opened here for the major banks and institutions to participate in crypto. All the roadblocks are being cleared, and all the legacy stuff that was under Gensler and Elizabeth Warren is being rolled back. So this is very bullish. It will allow more capital to come into the market, more adoption, and that will allow the price of these assets to go up. We just got to be patient and go through the market cycles. But I hope you see the setup here, right? If you leave your emotions at the door, based on the price action that's happening right now, you see the building of this massive infrastructure of TradFi to come into crypto. It's incredible. Now, the SEC released a statement on broker-dealer custody of crypto asset securities. The guidance provides interim clarity while the commission reviews the broader custody framework. So again, clarity coming from all angles here. It's incredible. And it feels like there's a big urgent move and a big push to get this done. And we haven't even had crypto market structure passed yet. That is expected to pass in early 2026. And I'll share some more details on a meeting that happened today a bit later. Now, moving ahead, Digital Wealth Partners launches algorithmic XRP trading for retirement accounts with insured custody at Anchorage Digital, offering high net worth holders of XRP access to an algorithmic trading app. Wow. So we're seeing huge on-ramps being built here and new financial products for these different crypto assets. So here's the headline: Digital Wealth Partners introduces algorithmic XRP trading for qualified retirement accounts. So let me give you the details. Digital Wealth Partners, a registered investment advisory that specializes in digital assets, is offering high net worth holders of XRP access to an algorithmic trading app to generate growth and cash flow to their crypto holdings. A subsidiary of crypto family office firm Ascension Group, Digital Wealth Partners enlisted the help of Arc Public, a specialist in crypto-based algorithmic trading, to build the strategy, which operates within tax-advantaged retirement accounts like IRAs. So again, on-ramps being built in different places that exist for TradFi, like retirement accounts. So this arrangement may allow certain trading activity to occur without triggering immediate tax consequences, depending on the account type and individual circumstances, according to a press release. The XRP algo trading approach brings systematic rules-based trading to individual qualified investors through an account structure that includes regulated custody and insurance protections, DWP said. So again, what exists in the TradFi world for stocks and other assets is being built for crypto. I've said many years, the white glove service, the insurance, the assurance, the custody, all these things are being built. And why is it being built? Because this technology is the future. We've been talking about it for years. The governments, the economies, the markets will all run on blockchain rails. And of course, these tokens are a way you can participate and get exposure to that technology. So, and it's game changing, right? It's a global market, truly global market. So very bullish news here for XRP. Now, folks, a place where you can invest in XRP and other crypto assets and get tax exemptions is iTrust Capital. So iTrust Capital allows you to invest in crypto as well as precious metals like gold and silver via an IRA. So you can roll over your existing 401k and IRA to iTrust self-directed IRA, and it gives you huge tax advantages. So if you have a long-term view, you do your trading in here and get those tax benefits, right? And you can buy and sell crypto, gold, and silver 24/7. It's low cost. There's no monthly fee. And folks, I have an account with them, and it's pretty great. So check them out, folks. And they also have what's called a premium custody account, which I believe is the second safest way to custody your assets outside of self-custody via a hardware wallet. So they use institutional grade custody. So Coinbase Prime, Fidelity Digital Assets, Fireblocks, and much more. We all know BlackRock uses Coinbase Prime, and these big institutions are using these platforms. So you don't have to worry that, they're using trusted bank-tiered institutional grade custody, folks. So it's a closed loop system. And once again, you can buy and sell 24/7, low fees, all that jazz. And because it's a closed loop system, by the way, people can't, even if they get into your account, they can't withdraw anything. So it's really great. And iTrust Capital is just offering a unique way to invest in precious metals as well as crypto. So if you'd like to learn more, folks, check them out. Go to the link in the description. If you use my link, you can get a $100 funding bonus. So check out iTrust Capital. Now, folks, we have some confirmation here around acting chair Caroline Pham at the CFTC that once Mike Seelig gets confirmed as the new chair, Caroline Pham will be leaving the CFTC and she will be going to work at MoonPay. And many of you may have seen my recent interview with Keith Grossman of MoonPay. So MoonPay is doing some great things. So this is big, and she's been doing an amazing job, just knocking it out of the park, being the lone commissioner there for the most part, but doing a lot, man. So shout out to her. Now, Coinbase today launched a bunch of products. So Coinbase rolls out stock trading, prediction markets, and more in a bid to become the everything exchange. So Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, has been teasing December 17th that they're going to have some big things coming up. So they're expanding their offerings. Let me give you some details here. Coinbase is expanding offerings on its platform, introducing hundreds of top stocks based on market cap, trading volume, etc., with plans to add thousands of additional stocks and ETFs over the coming months. This is going to compete with the likes of Robinhood, right, which is the powerhouse for retail users when it comes to stocks, and they of course have added crypto. So Coinbase users will be able to trade on outcomes of real-world events like elections, sports, collectibles, and economic indicators, starting with Kalshi and more to be integrated over time. A new AI-driven wealth management advisory service has been introduced, as well as Coinbase Business, to help startups and small businesses incorporate crypto. Wow. Big moves here. They also announced Coinbase Tokenize, an end-to-end platform for institutions to bring assets on chain. It says here, fully backed, transparent and secure, regulatory compliant. Man, shout out to Coinbase. They're doing a great job building, and they are the top exchange in the United States, as you all know. And while Binance is the largest, around the globe, Coinbase is the largest, most compliant, that aligns with the regulations and so forth. Not saying that Binance does not align with regulations, but you understand what I'm saying. Coinbase was built from the ground up in alignment with U.S. laws and so forth. And I think they're going to benefit significantly once, crypto market structure is passed. Now, speaking of stocks, Brazilian stock exchange B3 to launch its own tokenization platform and stablecoin. So, folks, we are seeing banks, stock exchanges, the largest investment firms, wealth firms in the world. They are building crypto products. They're building with tokenization on blockchain, of course. They're launching stablecoins or integrating stablecoins. They're launching custody. Man, do you see what's happening here? It is not just a U.S. market. This is a global market, and everybody's in a race here. So B3 plans to launch a tokenization platform and a stablecoin in 2026, enabling asset tokenization and trading with shared liquidity. The stablecoin will facilitate tokenized asset transactions and is expected to be linked to the Brazilian real. B3 is expanding its crypto derivatives offerings, including new options and contracts tied to crypto prices. Incredible what is being built, folks. Now, the market structure. So today, crypto industry insiders met with key senators on market structure bill negotiation. So we know the markup got delayed, right? It's being pushed back, and it sounds here from what we're seeing, the legislation will return to negotiations in January. And it looks like the crypto industry folks are, knocking the door in the Senate, like, hey, let's get this done, man. We got to get this done. And hopefully they can get this passed, at the beginning of 2026, at least the first half, hopefully the end of Q2. Later than that, we're really pushing things too far. But the gathering included Coinbase, Kraken, Ripple, A16Z, Chainlink, and others. So they got to get this passed. Recently I mentioned that if they don't get this passed, then we got bamboozled, right? They need to get this through and pass into law. And here's a big reason why. In addition to we need the clarity in the market, the big banks, there's reports coming out that they're going to try to outspend crypto in the midterm elections. So they took a big hit, right? Because we've been seeing the complaints on the banks, even though they're adopting crypto, they don't like that you're getting stablecoin yield on exchanges. They want to continue to control that interest and yield market. And of course, we know they take the lion's share of it. And they give you the breadcrumbs, right? So they don't want to lose those profits, but who cares about you? You shouldn't get anything. Get 0.01%, right? How dare you get 3 to 4 or 4 to 5% on exchanges with stablecoins and staking? How dare you, right? So they're looking to spend tens of millions backing pro bank candidates. So expect Elizabeth Warren to get another big fat check. And look, some of her cronies lost in the last election. But look, if you're looking at the broader political world, Democrats have been starting to ramp up and win some elections. So it's going to be a fight. I do expect crypto is going to raise money, but those banks, they got money, man. And look, again, they're adopting crypto, but there's certain things they don't want to happen and they want to keep control. They want to take over crypto and control it and kill the ethos of crypto, right? We see the Citadel and all these guys are sending letters to the SEC about DeFi. They don't like DeFi. They don't like privacy. They don't like that you're getting yield. Those are the big three things, right? Yield outside of what they're offering. So we got to get this market structure bill passed ASAP because these banks are coming to tweak things and again take full control. They don't like the crypto native firms are running things. So it's going to be a big battle come the midterms. Okay, final news item, and it's on the token I just recently bought, Canton Network. You guys know I've been telling you watch this blockchain, right? I've been on record, and I've been transparent in my portfolio. So I recently added the Canton Network token. I bought it, I think, just below 7 cents, I should say. And here, Wall Street giant DTCC picks privacy-focused blockchain Canton Network for tokenization. We just saw earlier this week the SEC gave the DTCC clarity on tokenization, right, with a no action letter. So they're moving pretty fast, guys. And Canton Network, I've been telling you all, is backed by Citadel, Goldman Sachs, some big Wall Street players. And the Canton Network, like I've been telling you guys, focus on institutions, but has native privacy built in. So it doesn't need to use a third party. And we know these exchanges, they need that in there, right? They need the privacy. So huge adoption news. If you know who the DTCC is, huge adoption news here for the Canton Network. And, not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go buy the token, but like I said, I've added to my portfolio. So make sure you do your research. This is one I'm taking a bet on. Again, don't go buy the token because I am. I want you to be educated about it and have your own conviction. And if you see what I'm seeing, then make your decision, right? So folks, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. Folks, if you appreciate the content, please support the podcast by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It is 100% free. Link will be in the description. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. Grab a copy. And if you want to expand your knowledge about crypto and learn all the facets of blockchain and much more, then check out my course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that teaches you everything you need to know about crypto. Go check out the curriculum, and it's packed with videos from experts and institutional investors and much more. It's a one-time fee. You get lifetime access. You go at your own pace. You can share the login with your friends and family if you want. And, if you have questions, you can leave them in the comment section of each lesson, and I reply to them, and I can answer your questions and much more. So it's a great course, guys. Check it out. Link will be in the description. Folks, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.